Hello children. Today we will start with a very important topic of grammar, reported speech or direct and indirect speech. So children, to understand reported speech, please watch this video very carefully. Now firstly, let us know what is reported speech. We can report what a person said or wrote in two different ways. By using the exact words spoken or written by a person, and we can put them within quotation marks, inverted commas, within double inverted commas or single inverted commas. Example, Sarah said, I am tired. Direct speech. By conveying the meaning and substance of what the speaker said or wrote rather than exact words. Example, Sarah said that she was tired. Now this is known as reported speech or indirect speech. In the above example, the exact words of the speaker have not been stated. Therefore, the inverted commas have not been used. Now, definition. Reported speech, also known as indirect speech, refers to a sentence reporting what someone has said. It is very important for legal language because it is used in newspaper reports of crimes and investigations, in reports on trials, in judicial procedure. Now, reporting verb and reported speech. In reporting, we use verbs like said, told, replied, answered, explained, announced, asked, promised, suggested, warned, etc. The most commonly used verbs are say and tell. Sometimes we also report thoughts like Hema thinks he is confused. He knew the teacher wanted all the notebooks. Now children, the important note, we never use to with told. Now next, if the object of the reporting verb is not mentioned after it but is written within the inverted commas, we consider it as the object of the reporting verb. Examples, Rahul said, Meena, the train is on time. Now said is the reporting verb. Rahul told Meena that the train was on time. Now Meena is considered as the object of the reporting verb. Now important points about direct speech. The actual words of the speaker are placed within inverted commas. The exact words of the speaker are separated from the reporting verb by a comma. And the last one, the first spoken word within inverted commas begins with a capital letter. Now, important points about indirect speech. No inverted commas are used. Second, the comma separating the reporting verb from the exact spoken words is removed. Third, the reported speech is introduced by some conjunctions, that is, that, whether, if, what, why, etc. Fourth one, when we report statements, we generally use that, but sometimes we can leave it out. The fifth one, the marks of punctuation other than full stop are removed. There is no sign of interrogation or exclamation mark at the end of the sentence. And sixth one, the reported speech is changed into assertive sentence. Now again, an important note, we use tell if we want to mention the person spoken to. That means hearer. Example, Riddhi told John that she was busy. But when we do not mention the person spoken to hearer, we use say, said or says. Next, conversion from direct to indirect speech. If reported, that means indirect speech, we often change the exact words of the speaker. For example, direct speech, Tarun says, I am happy. Now, when we change the same sentence into indirect speech, it becomes Tarun says that he is happy. So, when we change direct into indirect speech, pronouns, words indicating nearness and tenses of the verbs in the direct speech undergo some changes. Now, rules for the change of tenses. Rule number 1. If the reporting verb is in the present or the future tense, the tense of the verb in the reported speech does not change. For example, she says Sonal likes to play. She, in direct speech, she says that Sonal likes to play. Then again, she says Sonal baked a cake. In indirect speech, she says that Sonal baked a cake. She says Sonal will go out. In direct speech, she says that Sonal will go out. She will say Sonal is a hosteler. She will say that Sonal is a hosteler. Now, rule number 2. If the reporting verb is in the past tense, the tense of the verb in the reported speech is changed into the corresponding past tense. Let us understand this again with an example. Now, present indefinite is changed into past indefinite, like I play, I played. Now, present continuous, I am playing, is changed into past continuous, I was playing. Now, present perfect, I have played, is changed into past perfect, I had played. Now, present perfect continuous, I have been playing, is changed into past perfect continuous, I had been playing. Now, past indefinite, I played, is changed into past perfect, I had played. Now, past continuous, I was playing, is changed into past perfect continuous, I had been playing. Now, past perfect and past perfect continuous remains unchanged. And future, I will play, is changed into conditional, I would play. So, children, again, an important note. The future tense of the reported speech is changed in a comparatively simple way, and will is changed into would and shall is changed into should or would. Now, table of corresponding past forms of verbs. Now, is verbs and past forms. There are two columns you can see. Verbs is, am changes to was, are, were, go, goes, went, did, had done, will, would, shall, should, would, can, could, may, might. Must or had to, has, have, had, went, had, gone, wrote, was, were, had written, had been, has, had, have had. Now, exceptions of the above rules which we discussed. Now, first one, if the reported speech express a universal truth or a habitual fact, the verb in it does not change according to the tense of the reporting verb. Now, for direct speech, let's take an example. The teacher said the earth is a unique planet. Now, the same sentence, when we change into indirect speech, it becomes the teacher said that the earth is a unique planet. It remained unchanged. Now, next one. She said God is kind. Indirect speech. She said that God is kind. Next one. She said water boils at 100 degrees centigrade. Now, indirect speech. She said that the water boils at 100 degrees centigrade. Next. Shoma said, I write with my left hand. Indirect speech. Shoma said that she writes with her left hand. Now, he said India is a democratic country. Indirect speech, he said that India is a democratic country. Next one, the past indefinite tense does not change if the reported speech states a past historical fact. Let us look at an example. You said, I studied at Blooming Flower School for 6 years. Now, indirect speech, you said that you studied at Blooming Flower School for 6 years. Next example, Shalini said Akbar died in 1605 AD. Indirect speech, Shalini said that Akbar died in 1605 AD. Next, if the reported speech states two actions that took place at the same time, the past indefinite or continuous tense in it is not changed. It remains as it is. Now, for example, she said Chetna was reading a book while Mimi was baking a cake. Now, two actions going on. Was reading. Now, just see in indirect speech, she said that Chetna was reading. It remains unchanged. A book while Mimi was baking a cake. Next example, I said the maids were working in the house when the guests came. Indirect speech, I said that the maids were working, again remains unchanged, in the house when the guests came. Next one, if the reported speech expresses an improbable or hypothetical condition, the past indefinite tense remains unchanged. For example, Ruhi said to Ajay, if you were a witness to the injustice, you would shout. Indirect speech, Ruhi told to Ajay that if he were, remains unchanged, a witness to injustice, he would shout. Next example, she said, if I were a fairy, I would help all the needy. Now, indirect speech, she said that if she were a fairy, she would help all the needy. Now, next, sentences with must, can and needn't. In ordinary speech, must has three possible meanings. Can and need not sometimes behave in a similar manner. Let's take an example. Sometimes must shows necessity or compulsion at the moment of speaking. It is then a case of true present tense and is changed into past tense when reported. Like for example, I said to my sister, I must leave now. Indirect speech, I told my sister that I had to leave now, must changed into had. Now next example, Priya said to me, you need not leave. Now Priya told me that I did not have to leave. Now need not changed into did not have to leave. Next one, sometimes must indicates necessity or compulsion in future as a substitute for shall, have to. So this is like future tense and must is changed into would have to. Let's look at an example. I said to my friend, I must go to Munish next month now. I told my sister that I would have to. Now must changed into would have to. Now let's look at next example. She said to her mother, I needn't go to Geneva next month. Now she told her mother that she would not have. Now need not changed into would not have to go to Geneva the following month. Now next one. Sometimes must indicates permanent ruling or prohibition. In such cases, must remains unchanged. That means we do not change must. Let's look at an example. The chairman said to the manager, "You must be honest." The chairman told the manager that he must be honest. Remained unchanged. Notice, passengers must not travel without tickets. The notice said that passengers must not travel without tickets. Now, last one, you mustn't go near the forest alone at night, said the mother to the children. Now, the mother told the children that they must not go near the forest alone at night. Again, remained unchanged. Now, let's take illustrative examples of changes of tenses, reporting verbs in past tense. Now, simple present tense changes to simple past tense. Example, she said Ritu plays badminton. She said that Ritu plays badminton. Mother said the Milky Way is a galaxy. The mother said that the Milky Way is a galaxy, universal truth. Now, Jeet said Meena reads the newspaper every day. Jeet said that Meena reads the newspaper every day. It is a habit. Both we discussed before. Now, next, present continuous tense changes to past continuous tense. Vijay said to Vineet, "I am playing tennis." Vijay told, now said became told. Vijay told Vineet that he was playing tennis. Present perfect tense changes to past perfect tense. Myra said to me, "I have baked a cake." Myra told me, again said to told me that she had baked a cake. Present perfect continuous tense changes to past perfect continuous tense. Tejas said, "I have been practicing yoga for 2 hours." Tejas said that he had been practicing yoga for 2 hours. Now, simple past tense changes to past perfect tense. I said to her, "Lata did not bake the cake." I told her that Lata had not baked the cake. Past continuous tense changes to past perfect continuous tense. I said to Mohit, "The boys were playing in the ground." I told to Mohit that the boys had been playing in the ground. Past perfect tense remains unchanged. Deepa said the painters had finished their work before I reached the new apartment. Deepa said that the painters had finished their work before she reached the new apartment. Next one. Past perfect continuous tense remains unchanged. Meena said, "I had been reading the novel when the lights went off." Meena said that she had been reading the novel when the lights went off. Simple future tense. Will changes to would and shall changes to should or would, either of the two. Now, example, she said to him, "I shall meet you later." She told him that she would meet him later. Shall change to would. Future continuous. Will plus be plus verb plus ing changes to would plus be plus verb plus ing. Example, Anu said, "Sakshi will be reading a book." Anu said that Sakshi would be reading a book. Next, future perfect. Shall, will, plus have plus third form of the verb changes to should, would plus have plus third form of the verb. Example, she said, I shall have painted the picture by 7 p.m. She said that she would, now shall change to would, have painted the picture. Have and painted, third form of the verb, it remains same. The picture by 7 p.m. Then future perfect continuous. Shall, will plus have plus been plus verb plus ing. It changes to would plus have plus been plus verb plus ing. Example, he said, I shall have been waiting for the train for a long time by 9 p.m. He said that he would have been waiting for the train for a long time by 9 p.m. Now, rules for change of pronouns. So, children, we know that there are three persons when we refer to pronouns. They are first person, second person and third person. The first person refers to the person speaking. The second person refers to the person spoken to. And the third person refers to the person spoken of or about. So, personal pronouns which fall within inverted commas undergo changes according to the certain rules while changing direct speech into indirect speech. For this, you need to remember the word son while doing so. S-O-N. Subject, object and no change. S for subject, O for object and N for no change. Son. First person, second person, third person. Now, let's take an example. First, let's go through the rules. First rule to change the pronoun. We change personal pronouns in the first person used in direct speech according to the subject of the reporting verb in indirect speech. Example, Rasika said, I am making porridge. Rasika said that she was making a porridge. Vipul said, I am making a greeting card. Vipul said he was making a greeting card. You said, I am swimming. You said that you were swimming. Now, in the first sentence, the pronoun she has been used in indirect speech. Now, here she refers to the subject of the reporting verb said in direct speech, that is Rasika. In the second sentence, the pronoun he has been used in indirect speech. Here, he refers to the subject of the reporting verb said in direct speech, that is Vipul. In the third sentence, the pronoun you has been used in direct speech. Here, you refers to the subject of the reporting verb said in direct speech, that is you. Now, second one, we change personal pronouns in the second person in direct speech according to the object of the reporting verb. According to the object of the reporting verb. And now the object of the reporting verb is the noun or pronoun that comes after the reporting verb. For example, he said to Shalini, you are late. He told to Shalini that she, you changed into she, was late. Now she said to Arup, you are in the team. She told Arup that he was in the team. Now, in the first sentence, the pronoun you in direct speech refers to Shalini. Therefore, the pronoun she is used in its place in direct speech. In second sentence, the pronoun you in direct speech refers to Arup. Therefore, the pronoun he is used in its place in indirect speech. Now, third one. Personal pronoun in the third person do not change in indirect speech. Now, Sheila said to Sarah, he is in the car. Sheila told Sarah that he was in the car. Viru said to Harish, she is not in the library. Viru told Harish that she was not in the library. Now, in the first and second sentence, the pronouns he and she used in direct speech do not change in indirect speech. Now, other important changes. While passing from direct to indirect speech, words expressing nearness in time and place are generally changed into the words expressing distance. Let's have a look. Now, words expressing nearness from direct speech and words expressing distance to indirect speech. 2 columns you can see. Now changes into then changes into that, these changes into those, here, there, thus, so, ago, before, today, that day, tonight, that night, this week, that week, next week, the following day, last Monday, the previous day. Hence, thence, hither, thither, an hour ago, an hour before, come, go, just, then, yesterday, the previous day, the day before, the day after tomorrow, the day after the next day, the day before yesterday, the day before the previous day. Now children, these 2 tables are very important and you should learn it. Let's look at an example. Mamta said to Pragya, I will go to the market now. Mamta told Pragya that she would go to the market then. Now changed into then. Shiksha said to Aditya, I will be here for an hour. Shiksha told Aditya that she would be there for an hour. Now here changed into there. Vishal said to mother, I will reach Delhi next week. Vishal told mother that he would reach Delhi the following week. Next week changed into following week. So children, these 2 tables are very important and all of you should learn it so that it becomes easier for you to do the exercises of reported speech. Now next, when the words showing nearness like now, this, here, etc. in direct speech refer to the objects present at the time of reporting or to the place or time at which the speech is reported, they remain unchanged unlike the previous rule. Now for example, Anu says, I shall book the ticket just now. Now Anu says that she will book the tickets just now. Now remains unchanged. She said, this is my dictionary, holding the dictionary in hand. She said that this was her dictionary since it was present at the time of reporting. This remains unchanged. Nisha said to me, I shall wait for you here tomorrow. Nisha told me that she would wait for me here the next day. So the speech is reported at the same spot, so it remains unchanged. So that was all in the first video of the reported speech, children. We will meet with the second video of reported speech. Thank you, children, and have a great day.